आहे ते दिलीप सर, व्हॉइस येत नाही काही.
हॅलो हॅलो
हा सर.
हॅलो. हा, Hello, Salunke sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My voice is audible, sir.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. Should I start, sir?
Yes, yes.
Yes, yes. So I welcome one and all, one and everyone. I welcome here behalf of Vishwatma Om Gurudev College of Engineering, Aghai Shahpur. So I will request all participants, please close your eyes. We will have Amrutvani.
आत्मा मालिक। आत्मा मालिक गुरुदेव जी की अमृतवाणी। आत्मा जगत का सर्वोत्तम सत्य है। जगत में सभी वस्तुओं का अंत होता है। सृष्टि में असंख्य बदलाव होंगे, परंतु आत्मा अमर है, क्योंकि इसका आदि और अंत दोनों नहीं है। अनादिकाल से आत्म तत्व चला आ रहा है और अनंत काल तक चलता ही रहेगा, क्योंकि आत्मा अमर अमीट है। सभी देवताओं की उत्पत्ति पूर्व आत्मा का अस्तित्व था। इसी कारण हमें आत्मा की पूजा करनी चाहिए, आत्मा से प्रेम करना चाहिए। अतः पल भर का आत्मचिंतन ही सर्वश्रेष्ठ है। आत्मा की पूजा सभी देवताओं की पूजा में सर्वश्रेष्ठ है। प्रभु प्राप्ति का सरल मार्ग यानी आत्मचिंतन। कारण आत्मा ही परमात्मा है और वह हर एक हृदय में विराजमान है। केवल बाहरी रूप को न देखकर अंतरीय रूप को यानी आत्म स्वरूप को देखिए एवं प्रभु प्राप्ति कीजिए। आत्मा निर्गुण एवं निराकार है, जिसे देखने के लिए कोई भी आकार की आवश्यकता होती है। इसलिए कोई भी आकार में निराकार का ध्यान कीजिए। आत्मा की कोई जात या धर्म नहीं होता। हिंदू, मुस्लिम, सिख, ईसाई आदि सभी आत्म ध्यान द्वारा प्रभु प्राप्ति कर सकते हैं। यीशु ख्रिस्त, गुरु नानक, मोहम्मद पैगंबर, भगवान श्री कृष्ण, भगवान महावीर, भगवान गौतम बुद्ध, इन्होंने भी आत्मा की पहचान ध्यान अभ्यास आत्मचिंतन द्वारा करके प्रभु की प्राप्ति की। आत्मा मालिक।
Atma Malik. Thank you everyone. Thank you everyone for joining today's second day of faculty development program. My name is Mr. Mahesh Ashok Sadunke, working as an assistant professor in Department of Mechanical Engineering at Vishwatma Om Gurudev College of Engineering. Welcome you once again. So today we are so fortunate for having wonderful line of speakers. So first speaker today we have Dr. M.S. Ali sir, and for second session we have second guest speaker Dr. A.S. Maheshwari sir. So just a little housekeeping before getting started. If anyone has question, these are some formal announcement. So if you have any questions during the presentations, please type them in your chat box. We will bring up the questions, and we have good time for the discussion at the last. So without further ado, I would request Professor Wag sir, please play sir introductory video for Ali sir, Dr. Ali sir.
He completed his BE Electronics and Power from Government College of Engineering. He completed his BE Electronics and Power from Government College of Engineering, Amravati in 1981 with First Division. He completed his Master's degree MTech in Power Electronics from IIT Powai, Mumbai in the year 1984. He obtained his PhD in Electronics Engineering from Sant Gadge Baba Amravati University, Amravati in the year 2006. Dr. Ali has served with RCF Mumbai for 2 years from 1984 to 1986. He joined College of Engineering Badnera Amravati as lecturer in electronics engineering in the year 1986, became assistant professor in 1988 and professor in 1998. He had been the head of Computer Engineering Department at PRM Institute of Technology and Research, Badnera Amravati from 2005 to 2009. Dr. Ali has been on the university's various bodies like Board of Studies, Faculty of Engineering and Technology, and Academic Council since last 20 years. He is recognized PhD supervisor in Computer Science and Engineering, Electrical Engineering and Electronics Engineering in the Faculty of Engineering and Technology at SGB Amravati University. 25 candidates have completed and have been awarded PhD degrees under his guidance. Dr. Ali has to his credit 45 research papers in international journals. Dr. Ali has to his credit 24 patents and 4 copyrights. His main areas of interest are intelligent tutoring systems. Dr. M.S. Ali is currently working as the principal at Professor Ram Meghe College of Engineering and Management, Badnera Amravati since 2009.
व्हॉल्यूम
साळुंके सर तुमचा आवाज येत नाहीये. अनम्यूट युअर सेल्फ.
Sorry, extremely sorry. Yes, ma'am, I done. Thank you, Wag sir, for great introduction. So, without wasting much time, I would like to request and I would like to hand over today's session to Dr. M.S. Ali sir. We welcome you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And please, you can.
Sir, your voice is clear, sir. Yes,
Hello.
sir. Able to hear, sir.
Yes,
Please carry on, sir.
my video is clear.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Able to hear. And what about my video?
Yes. It is quite clear, sir.
I have stopped
Good
video
clear.
for the reason. You can start my. Please continue. This is Dr. Ali, welcoming you to the series on research process, the 8-point framework. We would like to just narrate why and how to earn a PhD. It is a point for research methodology always. So let us look into why and how to earn a PhD under this research methodology. There are certain myths, misunderstandings. One of the misunderstandings or myths is that teachers are born. Teachers are born. There is another myth. Programmers are born. Third myth, managers are born. But over the period of time, these myths have been broken. Teachers are not born, but it is possible for us to train the teachers, and that has been proved by so many education schools, wherein even National Council for Teachers Education has devised the method wherein teachers can be trained, good teachers can be trained. So it has been identified that teaching is a skill which can be imbibed into a person, and we can train someone to be a very good teacher. There is the myth, programmers are born, but the myth has been broken. In 1965, Dijkstra proposed the concept of structured programming, and it was possible to identify that programming is also a skill and it is possible to train good programmers. So this myth has been broken, that programmers are not born, they can be trained, because programming is a skill. Likewise, managers are born. This is a myth which has been broken. Warren Buffett has proved, and there are so many business schools all across the globe. Even IIMs at national level, Indian Institute of Management at our national level, they have produced very good managers. So it has been proved that managing is also a skill and it is possible to train the good managers. So teaching, programming, managing, these are the skills for which we can have good programmer, good teachers, good managers trained. Researchers are born. Now comes the main point. Researchers are born. And this is not the myth. It is the fact. Researchers are born, and this is not me telling, it is the great researcher Albert Einstein who said, everybody is a genius, means researcher. But if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing that it is stupid. Now you are intelligent enough to understand the meaning of this. That our system is such that we try to expect something from someone in which there is no interest. That is what? Everybody is a genius. But if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing that it is stupid. A person is very good in singing. A person is very good in singing. And we are sending him to Indian college. So that is what? Researchers are born. He can research in the field of music, in the field of singing. So that is the area where he should or she should research. So the fact is, everyone is a born researcher. Everybody is a born researcher. So this point you should keep in mind. And if you keep this point in mind, the things will be very easy. That what way we are looking at research as a phobia, that will become a normal course of action. So everybody is a born researcher. So every soul, every one of us is a researcher. And this I am not saying, again it is Albert Einstein who said, imagination is the highest form of research. And everyone can imagine. Imagine, we can all imagine. Only thing is that what imagination we get, we never cultivate that idea to become a deliverable. So everybody is a born researcher. Imagination is the highest form of research. And that is the reason this hypothesis that everybody is a born researcher gets proved. If you look at the formal education system in our country or anywhere, when a candidate person acquires diploma, he or she gets license to assist. When a person acquires bachelor's degree, it is license to work. When a person acquires master's degree, it is license to practice. Diploma, license to assist. Bachelor's degree, license to work, master's degree, license to practice, PhD. You see how teaching and research, they are interconnected. License to teach. And there is nothing wrong when we look at National Education Policy 2020 and the conditions from UGC as well as AICTE, that entry level qualification for teaching in higher education shall be a PhD, because only after acquiring a PhD you get license to teach. And that is the reason we must research, we must acquire a PhD. So this should be enough motivation. In addition to that, earning a PhD does bring these tangible benefits for career advancement, but more than that, it will be bestowing on the researcher a treasure of intangible skills which indirectly comes. That is out of my experience of 25-30 years of research. I am telling you that you get treasure of intangible skills which are indirectly inculcated us. And what are those skills? The treasure of skills which we acquire directly, indirectly when we are researching or acquiring PhD is that we become curious. We become, skill number one which is inculcated in a researcher is being curious. As curious as a child. Inquisitive. Acquiring PhD, doing research makes you patient. Another skill, the most important skill in life to be happy is to be patient. Patience. I always say to my candidates that PhD, the P in PhD stands for patience, H for hard work, and D for determination. PhD. So the treasure of skills which we are going to get is being patient. You don't become eager to see the results. You become patient enough to go along with the time. Positive thinking, optimistic attitude comes when you work on a PhD project or any research project for that matter. So this is another skill which is instilled into a researcher, being positive thinking, being confident, determined that yes, I will succeed. You may face so many attempts wherein you are not getting the deliverables, but then you become confident that you will going to succeed. So being confident, being listener. When you discuss your point with your supervisor or your colleagues and they criticize you, you become a patient listener. Patience, confident, and then listener. Over the period of time as a teacher, you must have seen that we have lost our habit of listening. We have all the habits of speaking, talking, but then we have lost that habit of listening. You identify yourself that when my lecture has started, how many of you have thought that I will continue up to 1 hour? You are not in a mood to listen. You will say that, okay, this video is available, I will take it afterwards. You don't have that patience to listen. So here as a researcher, you become a good listener. Listener means you accept the facts and other things from other people. You start criticizing yourself. You become introspective. When you submit any of your research paper to a international journal and therefrom after 6 months you get rejection with so many harsh comments, it hurts. But then you become introspective that what all comments are given by those referees. When you look into that, you introspect and then you identify that yes, what they have identified is correct and I have to correct myself. So being introspective, being self-critic is also one of the features which comes into when we talk about treasures of skills which are indirectly inculcated in a researcher. And the last one is the most important. You become a learner. A teacher, a researcher is a lifelong learner because we start with being curious and end with being learner. Your curiosity is always helping you, forcing you, compelling you to learn new things. And at any age, you will not bother about, not be ashamed of learning anything. You will clear your mind that yes, I don't know, so I will learn. So being learner, researching is the phenomena, the process which inculcate in a researcher the ability to lifelong learning. So these are the 7 treasure skills which are inculcated in a researcher. So with this background, remember that once you stop learning, you start dying. This is not me, it is Albert Einstein who commented. So let us now look into what is the 8-point framework for research process. Now let us look into 8-point framework for research process. Mind you, I am talking about research process. First, what is research? The dictionary definition of research appears something like this. It is the systematic investigation into and study of materials and processes in order to establish facts and reach new conclusions. Very simple, precise, but encompassing everything goes the definition of research. What is that? It is systematic investigation into and study of materials and processes in order to establish facts and arrive at new conclusions. Why do we investigate? Because we want to establish the facts. And what is the ultimate aim? We want to derive the new conclusion. And what we investigate into or study into, we investigate into the materials or we investigate into processes. So, simple definition of research you can remember. One corollary to this definition goes as materials occupy space because it's study of materials and processes. And processes, they consume time. Process will be consuming time when it is completing. Another corollary to this definition is that research is meant for establishing the facts and arriving at new conclusion. Remember this. Research is the investigation wherein we try to study the materials and processes to establish the facts or to arrive at the new conclusion. Thus, the systematic investigation revolves around 4 parameters. From this definition, you can derive 4 parameters. What is that? Space, process, object, and time. Space, project, processes, object, and time. That can be abbreviated as SPOT. As a researcher, you have to spot the opportunity to investigate something new from the available process, object, you devise a new process, or from space. So, we have this systematic investigation which revolves around the 4 parameters, and it is the study of materials and processes in order to establish facts and reach new conclusion. Everything, whatever research you talk about, whether it is qualitative research, it is quantitative research, it is research in the clinical area, it is research in scientific area, it is research in social sciences, engineering and technology, the research will be always confined to materials and processes and to establish the facts and arrive at new conclusion. Now, before we move into the 8-point framework, I would like to clarify something here. There is always confusion. Our title is research methodology. Now, what is the meaning of research methodology? Then we have research methods. What is the meaning of research methods? Then what is the meaning of research process? And then what is the meaning of research? I will repeat. We start with research. Then we are talking about research process. Then we say that there are so many research methods. And then we say there is research methodology. So what is the difference? Because we start directly studying research methodology, we are confused with acquiring our PhD. It is the research process through which we are acquiring our PhD. In this research process, there are 8 steps, 8 stages. In those 8 stages, whatever activities we carry out, we require certain methods for researching. We require certain methods for researching. So we require those research methods. What all research methods are available? Study of that means research methodology. You get it? Research is a systematic investigation into and study of materials and processes in order to establish facts and new conclusions. That is research. Research process, in which there are 8 steps, 8 stages, which are the activities to be carried out. While carrying out those activities, we try to identify what different methods are available. So those methods, study of what all methods are available, that the meaning of research methodology. Research methodology is the study of various available methods. Those methods, once known to us, can be applied into the steps of research process so that research can be carried out. So research, research process, research methods and research methodology. I think the idea must be clear. So with this thing in mind, let us look into the 8-point research framework. Those 8 points are, first one is the literature review, wherein, see, it starts with literature review. Anything will be starting with literature review. We have an idea we want to embark upon. Suppose we would like to have an idea, we want to have research on that spike neural network application into image processing. Just one idea came up to my mind that we would like to work on spike neural network for image processing or application in machine learning. So this idea, we would carry out the literature review. Review maybe online, offline, and we try to identify what work has already been done in the area of spike neural network with application to image processing or with application to deep learning. So literature review is the first step, and that step not only first, but it encompasses all the phases of 8 phases of research process. Literature review meant for reviewing the available literature on the idea which we are going to identify as our research topic or project. After literature review, we try to identify the opportunity. Normally in literature you will find that this particular thing is known as problem formulation. They say that in research you formulate the problem. I go on the positive side, that when there is a problem, it is an opportunity. If there is a problem, that means it is an opportunity as an engineer, as a researcher to solve that problem. So you have an opportunity to solve that problem. So you become a problem solver. So opportunity identification is same as what otherwise is known as problem identification. So literature review we carry out. We wanted to know whether spike neural network can be applied to image processing. So therefrom, by doing various literature survey, we will be able to identify the opportunity that yes, there is an opportunity to work into application of spike neural network to image processing or computer vision or something. So opportunity identification is the second stage in 8-point framework, wherein we try to formulate the opportunity, that what opportunity exists. After doing that opportunity identification, then we will be converting it into hypothesis. What is the hypothesis here? Suppose we are starting with spike neural network with application to image processing or computer vision or deep neural network. So we can formulate a hypothesis that spike neural networks can be efficiently applied to image processing or object recognition or computer vision. So we make this hypothesis. This is a idea. So hypothesis formulation. After literature review, we have identified the opportunity, and that opportunity has been translated into hypothesis formulation. From that hypothesis formulation, we identify what will be the solution for that hypothesis. Either hypothesis should be proved or it should be rejected. So we have to identify the solution, what way this hypothesis will be tested. So solution analysis. From that solution analysis, we are going to have the research design. What is otherwise known as research design is solution design. That solutions for that particular problem, what we have identified as an opportunity, will be then designed, and then solution will be implemented either by developing a prototype or by simulating or by collecting the data, by surveying or by various means. What kind of research problem you have, according to that you will be designing the research solution and then implementing the research solution. After the solution has been implemented, it will be tested for testing the research hypothesis which was made in third step. So seventh stage is research hypothesis testing, that whatever solution research design we have done and implemented, by experimenting on that we will be testing our hypothesis. So in conclusion, either that hypothesis will be established or the hypothesis will be rejected. Any one of that will be our contribution to the research. Don't get dejected that if you make an hypothesis and after the result you find that the hypothesis is not proving, it is getting rejected. That is also your contribution. That means you can indicate that spike neural networks, they cannot be applied for computer vision. So that is what way your hypothesis will be contributing to the knowledge. Eighth stage is shown as documentation, though it is eighth step. But as I told you, literature review as well as documentation, these two phases are such that they will always be in your all phases. The moment you are doing the literature review, you must document it to convert it into a research proposal, identifying the opportunity. So documentation starts from there only. Then you formulate the hypothesis, you document it. Solution analysis, you document it. Design again. So likewise, documentation involves jotting down all the findings in the form of either research proposal, research summary, research synopsis, or in the form of a research paper. It can be in the form of a review paper. It can be in the form of a patent also. It can be in the form of a thesis also. So that documentation will be the eighth phase. So literature review, therefrom we have opportunity identification. Then we have problem formulation and so on. Now I will just briefly indicate this literature review, integral phase of the whole research process that encompasses all the other phases. Now as an engineer or as a computer man, because we are going to use online so many things, whether you are going into the research in psychological area, psychology, or in social science, computing and information communication technology has become an integral part of research process. So consider that each one of the phase to be treated as input, process, output. That literature review is a process in one phase in the whole literature process, wherein input to this phase is area of interest under investigation. Input to this phase will be area of interest under investigation. Process will be explore. The main action verb here is explore. And output of this literature review process will be opportunity, depending upon on which phase you are applying the literature review, hypothesis formulation, design pattern, prototype, discovery, and synopsis. This will be the output of literature review as a phases, one of the phases in literature research process. Opportunity identification, again input, process, output you will look at. The input to this opportunity identification phase is spelled out area of interest, whatever area of interest. You said spike neural network, that means artificial intelligence area I have selected, spike neural network. So spell out the area of interest. Process, exploring the area of interest. Exploring the area of interest will be actually, and then tentative title of the research. Application of spike neural network to machine learning, deep learning, or maybe image processing. Third phase we said it is hypothesis formulation. Input, process, output. The input is the tentative title, what we have formulated earlier. Process will be the literature review on the title. Now when we have culminated on the title, we will be actually carrying out again literature survey on the title, and then we will be finalizing the actual title, confirmed title, along with index of the research synopsis. Index, what will be the chapters, the abstract, introduction, literature review, design, implementation, testing, conclusion, references. So that typical structure of research synopsis we will be fixing. Fourth step is solution analysis. Here the input is hypothesis component. Whatever hypothesis we have developed, it may have one or more components. Then this every component will be analyzed to identify what way the solution will be designed, and then output will be the hypothesis component confirmation. Yes, that whatever component in the hypothesis we have made, that spike neural network, then image processing, then machine learning, then computer vision, deep learning. So these various components we will be looking at, and we try to analyze that what all the way these components are amenable to solution. So solution analysis we do. Then we design the solution. Once we have identified the solution after analysis, we have confirmed the solution, then actual hypothesis component will be the input, confirmed hypothesis component, and solution development, actual solution development will be the process here, which will be resulting into the design pattern or research design, solution design. The sixth phase is solution implementation. Of course, input to this process is design pattern, which we have identified in our fifth phase. Then actual synthesis will be the process here, and output will be the prototype. What all prototype we are going to develop, that will be the output of solution implementation. Hypothesis testing, input is the prototype. By experimentation and simulation, we will be validating the hypothesis, and output will be discovery, final discovery. Yes, this is the deliverable from my thesis, that yes, spike neural network can be applied to image processing, object recognition in computer vision. So that hypothesis testing, and along with that we have the deliverable as our prototype. Documentation becomes integral part. Research synopsis writing, technical paper writing, IPR patent drafting. This should be kept in mind that intellectual property right, you can have a prototype, maybe you can copyright it if it is a process, or you can convert it into a patent, or you can convert into a design, product design, something. So research synopsis writing as well as technical paper writing as well as IPR patent drafting becomes the phases here in the documentation. It is an integral phase of the whole research process that encompasses all the other phases as literature review. So these 8 phases of our research process framework, 8-point framework: literature review, opportunity identification, hypothesis formulation, solution analysis, solution design, solution implementation, hypothesis testing, and documentation. And the arrow which connects all them together indicate that documentation and literature review, they are part and parcel of all the other phases. So I think this must have cleared the idea that when we are doing our research or we are working for PhD, we have to follow these 8 phases. In each one of these phases, then you will be applying the research method. And what all different methods are available for researching, that you are going to learn under the heading of research methodology. So research process is composed of these 8 stages or 8 phases: literature review, opportunity identification, what is otherwise known as problem identification, then hypothesis formulation, which is also known as problem formulation, then solution analysis, then solution design, also known as research design, solution implementation, then hypothesis testing and documentation. These are the 8 phases of our research process. Again, from Einstein, when we are embarking upon research as a project, you have to learn the rules of the game. Must learn the rules of the game. What is the game here? Researching. So you must have to learn the rules of the game, and then you have to play better than anyone else. Not me, but it is Albert Einstein. As I said, that the first and all-encompassing phases are literature review and documentation. We may not be able to speak much on the documentation here, but then in this 8-point framework of research process, it is very important to understand the literature review as a process, sub-process. And then I will indicate to you that other than Google, what all 11 online research engines are available. What is that? 11 online research engines, search engines, research engines. I will indicate to you which are exclusively available from various companies like Google, Microsoft, Wikipedia for researching. So we will be looking at the literature review, and then we will look into 11 online research engines which are the tools available for a researcher. Let us look into the literature review as a sub-process. As I said, literature review is a written report that summarizes the outcome of an exhaustive survey of the literature. And the survey is carried out to identify an opportunity, means to problem, for investigation or inquiry into a domain of interest. So your whole research starts with literature review. So the literature review is going to be used to formulate a hypothesis based on a comprehensive understanding of the current state of knowledge about a topic of study. Please remember that research does not mean that you have to contribute like a Nobel laureate. No. A delta X contribution to knowledge is more than sufficient. So don't be over ambitious on your research topic. That is not the point of concern here. But then normally I see that I have some don'ts. My YouTube is available. YouTube video is available, wherein I have indicated 5 don'ts, what they don't teach us in research school, that 5 don'ts of PhD. One of the don'ts there is that we should not be, as a researcher, over ambitious about our research project. So coming to, the literature review is used to formulate a hypothesis based on a comprehensive understanding of the current state of knowledge about a topic of study. So the literature review can be defined as, it is a written report that summarizes the outcome of an exhaustive survey of the literature. The survey is carried out to identify an opportunity or problem for investigation or inquiry into a domain of interest. The literature review is used to formulate a hypothesis based on a comprehensive understanding of the current state of knowledge about a topic of study. So they are all, intellect is involved, intelligence is involved. What is otherwise known as common sense. Common sense means intelligence. Now, heart of the research process is this literature review. The literature review is the heart of the literature research process. You develop a research interest, you identify a research area of your interest, then from this research interest, you identify the research topic. Research topic specifies and frames the literature review. From there, you discover and advocate research hypothesis, and this research hypothesis then answers the query made in your research interest. So it starts with that. It is a cycle. Research interest identifies research topic, which specifies and frames the literature review. Literature review discovers and advocates the research hypothesis, which when implemented and tested will be answering the research interest. In detail, if you want to go into this elaborate literature review, then this research interest identifies the research topic, which specifies and frames the literature review, which discovers and advocates the research hypothesis, and research hypothesis defines the further research, which is a research question, which determines the nature and scope of the research, which leads you to a research project. And when you work on the research project, you try to answer the research interest. So elaborate literature review will be having this research interest to research topic to literature review to research hypothesis to research question to research project. Carrying out a literature review is an intellect exercise. Please remember, it is not a common task. People take it very lightly. Sir, I will do literature review. Literature review is a intellect exercise that involves critical thinking process. It involves a critical thinking process. And remember that critical thinking is a deliberate process. Critical thinking is a deliberate process. You have to deliberately carry out that critical thinking, look into, study into. There are action verbs. You are navigating, you are surfing the web. You are surfing the web. We go on Google, we surf. From there, surf, you scan. From there, you seek, you find, you study. When you study the paper, that time your deliberate critical thinking process starts. So, critical thinking is a deliberate process. Please remember that. Selecting a topic, you recognize and define a problem. We develop the tools of argumentation, create a process for solving the problem. Search the literature, collect and compile the information, survey the literature so that you can discover the evidence and build the argument, critique the literature so that you can draw the conclusion, and then write the thesis so that you can communicate and evaluate the conclusion. Please remember that if your research is not reported in the form of any documentation, communicating research is the most important point to contribute to knowledge. No communication of research means no research. If you don't communicate your research in the form of a thesis or in a form of a research report or in the form of a patent, you have not done any research as such. Now let us look into what all internet research engines are available for finding the resources for our research work, particularly literature review related with any scientific research. I know that normally we are accustomed with Google for searching online, but there are as many as I could use, as many as 11 research engines. I will call them as research engines because they are very helpful for collecting the related literature to any research problem. So let us look into finding the resources. Their saying goes, where is wisdom? When we searched on Google for the word wisdom, you can observe that in 0.64 seconds, Google has flooded with these many results. 4620 lakh hits. So where is wisdom? The wisdom is lost in knowledge. Where is knowledge? When we search for knowledge word, you can see on Google for in 0.49 second, it has given 16200 lakh, 16,200 lakhs hits for knowledge. Where is knowledge? It is lost in information. So much of information. Where is information? For information, when we searched on net, it was 0.51 second and it has dumped us with 1,649,000 lakh hits. So where is information? It is lost in data. And if we look at data, when we search for data, in 0.48 second, it has resulted into 84900 lakh hits. Where is data? Data is lost in garbage. We start with wisdom, we are searching for wisdom, then knowledge, then information, then data. We find that we are lost in garbage. So when we are searching for research, we are to extract knowledge and then derive wisdom from that. The truth of this statement is realized when you start searching for the subject or topic of your interest. You must have experienced. And you embark upon a search engine on your computer to seek some information, and you are overloaded with millions of hits dumping garbage before you. It is garbage. If you go on even simply skimming, you are skipping through each one of the hits, it will take the whole lifetime. So what is required? What is required is intelligent processing. Required is intelligent processing. So when we have garbage, if garbage is to be transformed into data, we have to apply intelligent processing. If the data is to be transformed into information, we require intelligent processing. This intelligent processing. If we require information to be transformed into knowledge, we again need to apply intelligent processing. If we want to transform knowledge into wisdom, we require intelligent processing. You observe that we require intelligent processing to convert or transform garbage into data, into information, into knowledge, and finally into wisdom, which will be the part of humanity, service to the humanity. Value is created by making sense of data. This intelligent processing is going to attribute the data so that some sense out of data can be made. So value is created. You make that data valuable only when you attribute it with something. So data is less important. It is simply symbols. When it is converted into information by asking the questions like where, when, who, what, answer to this question is going to be intelligently converting this data into information. Then information, if you ask the question, answer to how question, so knowledge is generated. Then we have a why of that, so we get understanding, and we evaluate the understanding, we get wisdom. So less important to more important when we move, it is going to give benefit to the humanity. So when we are working for any research work, research project, understand that somewhere or other we are serving the humanity. Be honest with it. Be honest with it. So value is created by making sense of data. We have to come to some conclusion. When we are searching the garbage, we are dumped with data, then we want to convert into information and all. We have to come to any conclusion when so much of data, information, knowledge is placed before us. When such a garbage is dumped before us, it is the intelligence, and that intelligence is not very great thing. Everyone is bestowed by Almighty with that intelligence, what we call it as common sense. That should come into play and process the filtered garbage to get the data. That garbage must be intelligently processed to get the data. GIGO, you must have heard the term, garbage in, garbage out. If you are not intelligently processing that data, garbage, it will not be converted into data or information or knowledge, it will remain garbage. So garbage in is going to give garbage out. It is the term referred to that process in which no intelligence is involved. Please remember that research involves intelligence, common sense. So you apply common sense or intelligence to filter out the unwanted from garbage to get the relevant data. You further apply your common sense, intelligence to transform the data into information. You are yet another cycle of intelligent processing to transform the information into knowledge. And finally, one more stage of intelligent process, which is very time consuming, to bring out wisdom from knowledge. It takes years to get that knowledge converted into wisdom. In view of the above, it becomes evidently clear that to even get the relevant garbage, you must identify and know the correct resource. Even for the garbage, because ultimately that garbage we will be converting into data, into information, into knowledge by applying intelligent process, means common sense. But then garbage, so much of garbage is dumped. So intelligently, at least relevant garbage relevant to our query. Do bear in mind that anything or everything is garbage unless you make something out of it. Anything or everything is garbage unless it is attributed intelligently to the context. What it means is, suppose I say 1942. You said it is a number. 1942. It is a number. I attribute it to the year 1942. Immediately you get the significance that 1942 is the Quit India movement was launched 1942. So the moment it is attributed that 1942 garbage is now in the context is converted into a very important year breakthrough in freedom movement of India.
Hello. Hello.
Sir. Yes, Vakshar.
You're
Yeah,
audible.
so,
What happened?
so just the connection is out. Please wait for a few seconds. I will reconnect
Yes,
you.
yes.
Right now I will pause the video.
Okay.
So please wait for
Okay.
1 minute. Okay.
your context is changing, but then you are making meaning out of it, that it is a movie based on freedom movement on the background. So what is the conclusion? We have to remember that anything or everything is garbage unless it is attributed intelligently to the context. So that will get converted into data, to information, or to knowledge, or to wisdom. Thus, finding resources to your correct context, whatever context we are working for our research area, finding resources to our correct context is a crucial matter. Otherwise, you hit on your Google, search for that particular matter on the Google, and it will result into millions of hits which you will not be able to extract the information from. Note that you may or may not reach the correct destination, but it would consume so much of your precious time that you would be lost in the, you would lose your interest. What happens with most of the researcher is the same, what is known as lost in knowledge forest syndrome. While researching, most of the researchers, they get depressed or frustrated because they are lost in knowledge forest. Today you search for something, you get lot of information, you start working on it. Next day you search something related to that and you find something else. And likewise the things continue and you are not able to culminate on to a particular topic or area or interest. So that is what is known as lost in knowledge forest syndrome. So what are the means for finding or identifying the resources is the basic question. Now, all this background I have given you for driving you at home that we must identify the means for finding or identifying the resources. Finding the resources. Here are some important tips. What is that? You should remember to dig into the resources. We should go for academic search engines, which are the resources for finding techno-scientific papers. Google is a general search engine. We should go for academic search engines. That is the reason I call them as research engines. The first one, I will go alphabetically. The first one is, you can work out with your own interest, but then these 11 most important research engines I will be presenting to you. archive.org, archive.org, full text search. Same string we have given here for searching for all 11, and you can see how the results have been presented by individual research engine. Here it was given search for spiking neural networks and the area was computer science. 304 hits. Exclusively for spiking neural network in computer science, you have 304 reorder by date. Specific to your context. Base, another research engine. Here, the string given for searching was real-time object detection using small neural networks. 43 hits in so many documents. With reference to relevance, it has given you 43 hits. So there are so many documents which are referring to real-time object detection, spike, neural network, and so on. But the most appropriate to the context is 43 hits. So this is another base research engine which can be used for literature survey, literature review. Sightseer.com, another one. Sightseer, spiking neural network application in real-time object recognition. That was the string given. So here 94,547 papers, research papers are sorted by relevance. Core, another research engine. Spike neural network application in real-time object detection was the thing. So it has found out 45 lakhs. But you could restrict it to number of years. 2019 to 2000. In this only, if you restrict these many, further you can go language wise. So this is the facility available. Core, ERIC, ERIC. Here you can see it can show you the data, real-time object detection using neural network. 40 results it has given, because we have indicate the publication date in 2020, 2019, 2001. So last 20 years it is 33, last 10 years it is 25, last 5 years it is 9, since 2009 it is 5, and in 2020 it was only 1. So this way it can give you the information about a particular area of research. ERIC, another research engine for literature review of scientific research. Google Scholar. Google is a general search engine. Google Scholar is particularly for researching, as the name itself indicates. So real-time review of real-time object detection using spike neural network, when it was given, 17,600 results in 0.18 second were floated by this. And there also we could filter out with reference to number of years. Google Scholar. Then we have Google Patents. If you want to see the patenting work done on a particular area, that real-time object detection using spike neural network. So about 4,350 results are there, means these many patents are already filed all across the globe under Google Patent. It is showing the information. And while literature review we are doing, it is better to see not only the journal papers, not only the conference papers, not only but patents also, so that you know in what direction you are moving, whether your research deliverable will be patentable or not. So Google Patents is another research engine. Microsoft Academic is another research engine. And here when we have floated for spiking YOLO, spiking neural network for real-time object detection, it has given 298. Focused one, 298 real-time object detection using spiking neural network, the data has been shown. So this is also another important research engine, academic, Microsoft Academic. Open Access India. How many of us know that Open Access India is available as a resource for searching the data, and this particular work is licensed under a Creative Commons attribution, means you have not much fear of plagiarism. This Open Access India, there we have open access, open data and open education in India. You can have lot many resources available here. So just resources include all kind of thing, monograph, journal papers, patents and whatnot. And they are grouped according to area also. For example, research area belonging to agriculture, science, technology, pharmacy, medicine, they are all separately available. Open Access India. Then we have Semantic Scholar. Observe that review of real-time object detection using spiking neural network has resulted only focused 83 results. So you get focused data available for your literature survey to culminate onto the topic of your research, you are doing the literature survey, wherein particularly when you have decided that I would like to do something for this. Open Access India, this semantic scholar. When you would like to do particularly for an area in context, then this is the best one, semantic scholar. Wikipedia, yes, that cannot be put as a reference, but there you can get much cross-referencing. Spiking neural network, what it is, and then you can skim through this spiking neural network information. So at the end of this page, you will find so many of references cited by the Wikipedia author. So these 11 research engines you can remember. I wish you all the very best in your research endeavor, and thank you very much for giving me a patient hearing. Have safe and nice time. Thank you. Before I close, I would like to just give some tips to help you with your academic search engines. What all each search engine works slightly differently. So it's worth taking the time to read any available help pages for that particular search engine to figure out the best way to use each one. Some little effort you have to take to get yourself accustomed to these, any one of these. Normally, if you ask me, most of my research work when I refer mostly to Sightseer. I have got very good results there. Sightseer, Google Scholar, and Google Patent. The rest others are also available, but in my personal thing, I normally go for Google Scholar, Sightseer, and Google Patents. So explore individually what is of your own interest, and you will develop an interest into any one of the search engine which will be giving you best results for your own work. When you are beginning your literature search, try several different keywords. Keywords also to be tried separately. As you could see, somewhere I said review, somewhere spike neural network only we were trying to look at, but then we changed our sentences. Somewhere we said review of the spiking neural network, somewhere we said spike neural network application to image processing, somewhere it is for object recognition. So that when you are beginning your literature search, try several different keywords, both alone and in combination, so that not much garbage will be dumped. You will get focused results. Then as you view the results, you can narrow your focus and figure out which keywords best describe the papers in which you are interested. So that is how you learn while you are researching. As you read the literature, go back and try additional searches using the jargon and terms you learn while reading. So this way you can narrow down your search to particular and focused papers which will be of your use in minimum time. See, ample time is not available. Life is too short to lose just in searching. We should do something fruitful. So these are the tips to help you with the academic search engines. Finally, please remember that your PhD is going to be your own baby. So seek it earnestly. Thank you.
Wow. Yes, wonderful, amazing session, sir. Thank you very much, Dr. M.S. Ali, sir, for addressing complete research cycle in minimum time.
Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you. Yes, sir. So I would request audience, if you have questions, within 2 minutes, you have chance to ask and connect with Dr. Ali, sir. Yes. Ali, sir, we will give chance to 1 or 2 audience if they are interested.
Please, if you, because I would love to answer them. And if they have any query, they can fire it on my mail ID. You can share my mail ID with them. So for any query,
Sure,
and
sir.
I have got my YouTube channel. I am there for research. So
Yes, sir. It was wonderful.
I
session,
request
sir.
the audience and all the participants that if they have any query, I have my website edually.com, my personal website edually.com, and I have academically as a YouTube channel. So that is dedicated to research and research methodology. We
Yes, sir. You
give
have motivated
free
us
advice
for
to
going for yes, PhD work. Even
yeah.
myself get motivated, sir, and many of participants who are doing their PhDs and higher research work, they will definitely get motivated after your speech, sir. It was
So
like
very nice.
motivating session
So
for
very,
us.
so very nice, and thank you very much for giving me an opportunity
now-
to share my experience with all
Yes,
the
sir.
August
Yes, sir.
audiences. So,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
presuming that there is no
Hello.
question, yes.
This is Sir Rajesh here. Savri here.
Rajesh,
Yeah.
how are you?
Sir, I am
Changed
fine,
a lot.
sir. Yes.
I am also changed a lot.
Yes, you also changed a lot. It's been long
Yes.
time to see you here, sir.
After a long time, yes.
Yes. Virtually, I am actually going before you. It's long time to meet you.
Yes, correct.
Let's see how the opportunity comes and meet you again and see you in person.
See, when we are remembering each other, that is more than enough to other. Because in this
Yes,
world
sir.
of when they,
Yes, sir.
they talk about social distancing and all,
Right, sir. This
even
technolo-
as they say that प्यारे तो दिल में ही रहा करते हैं,
Correct, sir.
प्यारे
Yes.
तो दिल में रहा करते
Yes,
हैं.
sir. I'm so grateful to you. So grateful to you, sir. Our participants and the delegates are really enlightened from the kind of inputs and in the what a simple and lucid manner you have explained to them. Definitely, there will be a lot of learning from them. Those who are the beginners in this particular domain of research methodology, and this talk will be helpful to them for their future references. Thank you very much, sir. Once again, thanks a lot.
Thank you. Then I will be leaving. Okay, then.
Yeah, 1 second, sir. Wait. I would request Professor Mahendra Kumar Wagh for having vote of thanks to Dr. Ali, sir.
Thank you, sir. Atma Malik, good evening, sir.
Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening, sir. Really, it is very nice and informative session. I, Professor Wagh, on behalf of Viswatmak Om Gurudev College of Engineering and the team of this FBD, would like to sincerely thank you for accepting our invitation. Sir, we are very much thankful that you share your knowledge about 8-point framework of research process with our wonderful participant. We got to learn many new things today. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, and all the very best.
Thank you,
and
sir.
to all the participants and to Rajesh, everyone.
Yes,
Have
sir.
a very safe and healthy time. May
Yes, sir.
God bless us all. Thank
Yes,
you.
sir. Thank you.
Thank
sir.
you very much, sir.
Have a
Thank
nice
you very
time
much.
to you, sir. Okay, sir.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you,
welcome.
Professor Wagh, sir, for your valuable words.
Okay, thank you,
yes.
sir.
Yes, thank you. Yes,
Now,
so,
sir,
Maheshwari sir has joined. So,
yes,
Mahesh
yes,
can begin with the session.
Yes,
Thank you,
yes, sir.
Maheshwari sir, for joining. I think we are not late. We could wait for only 4 minutes, but that was the
not an issue, sir.
Not an issue. But
Yeah.
sir, I could see my sir for long time. So it's my customary on my part to spend 2 minutes with him. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, hand over to Mahesh. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, sir. Thank you. So, yes, we are welcoming Dr. A.S. Maheshwari, sir, eminent speaker for second session for this second day of faculty development program. So, I would brief about Dr. Maheshwari, sir, and their academics. So, they are legion person. They have completed their master's degree in design engineering. After that, they have done their PhD in mechanical engineering. Dr. Maheshwari sir has rich experience of 24 years in teaching and 1 year in industrial experience. Presently, they are working as an associate dean with Sandeep University in Nashik. Dr. Maheshwari sir has recognized as approved guide for PG and PhD in mechanical engineering. Presently, they are guiding postgraduate and PhD students. Under their guidance, 4 PhD and 6 MTech students are taking guidance. They have worked as BOS chairman at Karnataka State Open University. They have working as member of various committees at University of Pune. Dr. Maheshwari sir has credit for 13 research papers in international journals and worked as reviewer for various journals. Dr. Maheshwari sir has credit to his 2 patents. That is big deal. After that, prestigious thing is that they have wrote their own book on computer-oriented numerical methods. They have received prestigious Guru Ratna Award in 2020 and I-20R Eminent Academic Leader Award in 2020. So, sir, Dr. A.S. Maheshwari, sir, we are blessed to have you for this wonderful second session. So, without further ado, I would request and I would hand over this session to Dr. A.S. Maheshwari, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Mahesh sir. Thank you, Zavre sir. And thank you very much to Vishwatmak Om Gurudev College of Engineering and Management to give me this opportunity to share whatever little bit I have with all the audience. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Welcome you, sir.
Yeah. Sir, I want to share my screen. Is it on? Because it is giving that you need to give me the permission.
Yes, please wait.
You can. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Is it my screen is visible?
Yes, sir.
Just
It's uploading.
yeah. Just a minute. Yeah. Very good evening to all of you. Now, we heard a lot from Dr. Ali sir. He has nicely explained framework and at the same time, very important, that is search engine. Because when we are doing the PhD, it is very much important that we should do smart work and not hard work. And when you want to do the smart work, definitely you should know the smart ways that how we can proceed in the PhD. Or maybe any research work, or maybe a product, innovative product which you want to develop, or maybe even a project. So instead of talking too much of theoretical part, because many of the speakers are going to deal with research methodology part by part, and definitely you will be get benefited out of it. But here my focus will be, today's lecture whole focus is on basically how to write the research proposal. And for that, I have taken one case study of my own PhD student. So one by one, we are going to see that how we can proceed. You can see very first step, that is we need to choose our research topic. We will discuss about it. I just want to show you that how we go ahead. Topic is chosen, then we go on narrowing it down and find out what exactly we want to do. And then finally, we can identify a research problem. This means we are narrowing the things continuously. Things are get narrowed.
Hello.
Afterwards,
Hello,
yes.
hello, sir. Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
I request you to please share your full screen.
Just a minute. Huh? Actually, I'm trying to do the same. Just Is it okay now?
Yes.
Is it
Yes,
visible
sir.
now? Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay. Yeah. So we are trying to narrow down the things. And once you narrow down, then again, the things will increase. Like we are going to develop the clear research questions. Then we try to create a research design to answer them. And then we write our research proposal. So in today's lecture, my whole focus will be how we can reach up to the research proposal. Now, choosing the research topic. Try to observe the figures and try to understand that what we want to do. We need to choose a topic that will enable you to read and understand the literature. This is very important. And while choosing the topic, when we have to choose it, we can choose in 4 categories basically. One is regarding the industry, related to industry. Second is, can we solve some problem to the society? That is the second part. Third part is whether you are doing some pure research. Likewise, being a man of mechanical engineering, I will say whether you are researching some new material, some composite material, maybe alloys, or in terms of if you talk about the electronics and other, maybe you are trying to find out the material for superconductors and likewise. Or last one, you can see you want to have the knowledge also, and the most important for our academic career, you want to earn the degree also, that is PhD degree. So these are the four things where we need to think. Now let me tell you nowadays, because why I am focusing on choosing the research topic. Reason is your topic should be very innovative so that you can very easily publish the papers. Wide acceptance will be there. At the same time, you can get the consultancy work and recognition. So if we are able to search the problem related to industry, that is the very first thing which is expected. Because when we say ourselves as an engineer, I generally like to define engineer. Who is engineer? Anyone who can give the solution to the problem can be called as engineer. Many times we see that being the degrees of MTech, PhD, even we cannot give the solution many times. But a simple person who is really working hard can give the solution. Then who is engineer? Definitely a person who can give the solution to the problem is engineer. But then what is difference between that? Yes, definitely we can do the smart work. We can give the concrete solution. So first is regarding industry, we can think that can we give some solution to the industry, maybe for increasing the production rate, to reduce the cost, to improve the quality of product, and so many. Second, being an engineer, we are always with society. We always observe so many problems. Nowadays, we can see that what is the problem nowadays? Due to COVID-19, now lot of products are coming in the market. Can we think of giving some solution on any problem of COVID-19? Then we can proudly call us as an engineer, right? And on the same line, there are n number of problems, issues where we can focus to give the solution. Third one, as I told you, that yes, you can do the pure research where you can develop your own algorithm. You can develop a new product. That is one way. And last, many times, being a researcher, we do academic type of research, which is actually not much expected. Definitely, we are going to learn from it. but it is not expected. Those days were gone when such academic, you can say, research was approved. But nowadays, when you want to publish your paper or when you want to go for patent, unless and until some innovation is there, your paper or patent cannot be granted. So I feel that we must go for either industry problem or to solve the society related issues or maybe for pure research. But again, where we should go and how we can go ahead. While choosing the topic, please make sure that it is manageable and material for that topic is available. You should be able, otherwise, after maybe this 5 days research methodology workshop, you will be get so much motivated that really you will take some topic of interest, definitely. But while taking that topic, we must make sure that it is manageable and material is available. Because many times while choosing the topic, we feel that it is innovative and we should go for it. But as you proceed further, you came to know that testing facilities are not available, manufacturing facilities are not available, material on the particular topic is not available, and then we get frustrated that now what to do, how to find out, or sometimes it requires too much of cost, which is out of our scope. Definitely, things are there. If it is costly, you can go for some grant, but still we need to think about it before choosing whether it is manageable or not and whether material is available or not. As previous speaker, Dr. Ali sir said, we need to prepare, once your topic is finalized, you need to prepare the keywords that on a particular broad area. Now, what are the broad keywords? So find out the keywords on what you are working, whether you are going to develop the algorithm or you are going for the new material, what will be the combination of it, or you are going for some new product, then about that product, you can mention what are the keywords and then make a list of keywords. Initially, keywords may be too many, but then you have to make sure you should be able to get the right keywords. And once you get the right keywords, definitely you can proceed further for the topic. And that's why when we are defining a topic, after defining, we need to go for a focused research questions. Now, what are these focused research questions? Many times it happens that when we need to choose a topic, even for MTech project or for PhD, what we do, we search out with our professors, with our colleagues, that do you have any topic in your mind on which I can work? So definitely he or she is going to tell you the topic in which he is interested. But don't do it. Very important is we must ensure that whether I have knowledge and skill of that particular topic. For example, I don't know computer much, or maybe analysis, I don't know much, analysis and synthesis part, and I'm going to choose a topic where analysis and synthesis is required. So what happens? Again, to learn those things, you need to spend some time. So topic, you should have the knowledge and skill about the topic. Enough resources should be available. I told you initially only that material, testing facilities, then even various research papers, all these things must be available, or we should make sure that these things will be available to us. Then it should be manageable, as we have seen, and whether is it a problem from well-established arena, or it is a completely new problem. Now, what is the difference between these two things? Particularly, I have taken these two things. Reason is, if you are taking any topic which is very well established, friends, when you want to work on it, it required a lot of efforts to find out the research gap. What exactly gap is there? And then on such topics, if you try to publish the papers, lot of hurdles are there. So it is always better if a problem is new, then your research papers acceptance will be get increased. Because nowadays, all of us know, all of us are striving for getting the degree, and for that we need to publish the paper. So lot of papers are coming to the all types of journals which are available, basically Scopus Index, Web of Science, where we want to publish. And if nothing is new there, then our paper cannot be get published easily. So please remember, once your problem is finalized, your half work is done. You meet to any person who has completed the PhD, he will be agree on it that, okay, your problem is finalized, methodology is finalized, your half work is done. Because now what is remaining? Only that you need to work on that path, right? So half work will be done. Now you may be thinking, sir, then this means that once our topic is finalized, means everything, half work is done. How? Reason is, if we properly define our problem, then we can do it, complete it within stipulated time, right? First thing. Second thing, if our problem, as well as we are able to find out the research gap correctly, and we are able to define our objectives very clearly, then definitely the things are very simple ahead of it. Or you can say you have already prepared a path. Now you just want to walk on that path. Please remember, research is a continual process. You learn something, understand it, grasp it. Again, learn something, understand it, and grasp it. It's not a continuous, I will say it is a continual process. It required patience. Many times it happens that while doing the experimentation, expected results may not come. But remember, definitely you can also put those things in your thesis that yes, these are the ways if you proceed, you may not be able to reach to the goal. So don't worry about it. But yes, patience are required. Many times while doing the research, while doing the literature review, while doing the experimentation, we get frustrated that what is happening, because I'm not getting the required things. Because when we start with a certain topic, definitely few things are there in our mind that how we will proceed. And always follow the ethics of research. In research methodology, we learn the ethics. So please remember, follow ethics. Whenever you are taking any material from any research paper, please give the citation, give the credit to that particular author, which is very, very important, whether it is from book or whether it is from research paper. So this is the way actually we should go. And on this basis, as I told you that my topic is a case study. So we are going to see that how topic can be chosen. Definitely I am from mechanical, so I have chosen the topic from mechanical only. But try to understand it is related with all other branches also. I'm telling you the story about this also. We went to a company and in the search of definitely problem. It was a small scale industry, and they were struggling that whatever may be the drilling tool. I hope everyone knows what is drilling. It is used for drilling a hole. We are using it at home also. So when we are using it, definitely the problem with that particular industry was well established players are already there in the market and they want to compete with those players. Likewise, Sandvik is one company who make the drilling tools. They want to compete with it. And they said that their drilling tool, when people are purchasing, though cost is less, its life is also less. So how they can improve the life? And if we are able to improve the life, definitely it will give lot of benefits, like his sale will increase, and at the same time he can establish in the market. So now this is the problem. Now this is industry related problem. So definitely if we go with this problem, we can get definitely that this particular thing is sponsored by so and so industry, and definitely our papers can publish very easily because all experimentation work can be done in that industry. So then these are the things which we thought of, that okay, drilling tool, why the life of that particular drilling tool is less as compared to drilling tool available in the market. Right from the beginning, then we have given a thought whether material is same or not. So material for both the drill bits is same. Material is same. Then what is the change? Whether the coolant which is used is same or different, that is also same. One thing is there, whenever we use a particular tool, particular equipment, then it can give us the best performance at a particular value. For example, if we drive our vehicle at maybe 60 kilometers per hour, then it gives us very good average in terms of kilometer per, you can say how many kilometers in 1 liter vehicle can travel, right? So similarly, very first observation was that they are not giving that at what parameters this tool should be used so that the life of this tool can increase. So this was the first. Then second, we check the profile, that how drilling tool is. So we check the profile of the drill tool, and then we started studying. Basically, my student went over there in that company and he was observing how they do the complete process of drilling, drill bit manufacturing basically. Contents, I have not changed anything. I'm just keeping it as it is so that you can understand how the process can go up to finalization of your topic. So basically, then we started studying all the things. What exactly is the drill tool? For what purpose it is used? Then how it is get classified? What is length to diameter ratio? Number of fluids, helix angle, coolant, as I told you, force, how much force is there, and its functions and applications. So definitely whenever we are choosing any topic, we need to know the basics of that particular topic. So whatever may be the topic you want to learn, find out the books in which the topic is given, find out the research papers, so that we can clear our base, that what exactly it is, for what purpose it is used, all these things. And then we started studying the geometry, that what is the geometry of it. Because when we are thinking about the tool, we must know that how it is manufacturing and why. In PhD, everywhere you should ask the question why. Why the geometry is like this only? Why it is twisted? What is the angle? Why that particular angle is given? Similarly, if any other product is there from any other stream, still we need to understand the same. Once you understand, then obviously we try to understand how it works. What is the force system in the twist? Don't worry, even if you are not able to understand, I just want to explain you the flow of it. What is the resultant force system in the twist? And then how we calculate various parameters of this drilling tool, right? What is the effect of axial force, radial force, that is to be understood. So those things we have done. And once it is done, similarly, very importantly, we found that wave of the drill tool, that is the front part of it, how it is, what is the shape given to it, and how it contributes. And then we came to our problem definition after studying all these things, that twist drills manufactured by the company for drilling difficult to cut materials do not perform satisfactorily compared to other companies like Mitsubishi, Sandvik. And after studying the existing tool, following reasons are identified. That profile of tool is different than the profile of other companies' tool. Then we found out that pre-coating surface finishing is not observed by the company for which we are working, and a very high temperature is generated at the tip of tool. See, after doing all these things, still literature review is not started. We studied the basics and we came to conclusion how the things are different. Why the company's tool is not performing. So this was the problem identified in the company's tool. This is not our problem definition. Try to understand. This is the problem identification. It requires around 1.5 months to us. After working it, we reach to this, that this is the basic problem where they should focus. Then literature review is done. Friends, all of you know how to do the literature review. Here I will give you one more tip. While doing the literature review, what most of us do, we sit for hours together and then we try to put down the notes about the literature review. Very first thing is find out the research papers from reputed journals only. So you can find out from elsewhere, Springer, ASME, IEEE. Likewise, from them only you should take the papers for review. Do not believe on the papers which are available on any international journal, because afterwards you will come to know that such type of work is already done, right? So very first thing which we need to understand, that we need to review the literature from reputed journal papers only. Now, while doing this, decide your timetable that in every week, how many papers you are going to review. See, I initially told you that PhD, it requires, this is not a continuous, it is continual. It is a continual process. So go for 5 papers in a week. Note down the important things in your own words. Remember why I'm telling you own words, because likewise, if you are going to do it after maybe 2 or 3 months or maybe 6 months, At the end of completion of literature review, your paper will be ready. And whatever may be the important points you are studying, or you feel that these are important from the topic, accordingly highlight those things on the paper. And definitely this is one way of doing the literature review, that title, author, even you can put the name of journal, and then put the remark that what that particular author has studied, researcher has studied, which parameters, which methodology, which tools he has used, and even you can mention that what is his finding. This is very important. So likewise, weekly you go for this literature review. And if you observe it carefully, let me tell you, then this is called as a smart work. You will find that at the end, yeah, everything is ready now. The research paper is ready and I am able to reach to my research gap also. So likewise, go for the literature review. Now, very important, after doing the literature review, what to do? Because now you have noted. So now you have to find out various important parameters related to your topic. Now, in the topic which we have chosen, few things are there, like tools are quoted. So quoting, it contributes to 25%. Tool angle contributes to 22%. Hard workpiece contributes to 13%. Fluid profile contributes only 5%. Heat treatment 8%. Cooling 15%, and other 12%. Now from this, what I am getting, once your parameters are studied, you can very easily understand that in this area of a fluid profile and heat treatment, very less amount of work is done. So now you are near to your research gap. So from this particular literature review, then I can write down that design of fluid profile had the least attention of the researchers. And please make sure that whenever you are reviewing the papers, you should review the latest papers. If you are doing it right now, then obviously at least 20 papers must be get referred. And when you are choosing a topic, if you are choosing a topic which is already there and a lot of people have worked, then obviously you are going to complete your PhD after 3 or 4 years. Then at that time, what will be the value of your topic? This is very important. So first gap I am able to find out. Second, few researchers have worked on fluid profile, but their study was restricted to micro drilling. This means they have studied only for 1 mm, 2 mm drill bits only, not for, you can say, macro size like 5 mm, 10 mm, and likewise. And effect of fluid profile on various parameters, effects on fluid profile on various parameters of drilling process have not yet studied in detail. So this is the research gap. And if I'm able to reach up to this, then my further work can become the simple one. What is next? Then now I can define the problem. What problem I can define? I want to design and develop a twist drill which will perform competitively with the best drills available in the market. It may be tool, it may be your any other equipment, but this is the way you can define your problem. And what are my objectives of research then? Objectives will be, as I discussed, that we need to think about the parameters. So to perform parametric optimization of existing tool. so that we can suggest at what parameters this tool should be used to give you the optimum life of the tool. Then second objective is to modify the fluid profile of a drilling tool. We want to modify the fluid profile. And third is to perform parametric optimization of the newly designed tool for maximum tool life. Now observe carefully. If you observe the figure which is given at the bottom, your objective should be specific, right? They should be measurable. You should be able to measure. Now, when I'm saying parameter, I will be able to measure that yes, if these are the parameters used, then tool life will be for 50,000 holes of 2 mm size. To modify the fluid profile of a drilling tool for difficult to cut the material. So this should be achievable. It should be relevance and it should be time bounded. Please remember, your objectives should not be more than 4. It should be 3 to 4 maximum. Reason is, when you will give the viva final defense, at that time definitely the things are get cross checked that what were objectives of your research, whether you are able to fulfill those objectives or not. So it is very important that your objectives must be specific, measurable, achievable, relevance should be there, and it should be time bounded. Because as I told you that we want to do the smart work. PhD is not end of research, it is start of research. In a journey of PhD, you will learn how to do the research. And after completion of it, then you can definitely say that now I am able to understand how to do the research. Once you finalize your objectives, then we need to define basically the methodology. Now, what methodology is? Definitely, as I told you, that selection of a broad area of research, which we have seen that drill bit, we want to modify it, we want to design it again. Then literature review, which we have done, right? After literature review, problem is defined. Try to understand. Then we are defining the objectives and then designing the research methodology. In research methodology, when we study the existing tool, we are going to do its parametric optimization, and then we are going to modify the existing tool at the same time. We will compare it. It's a loop. Compare it and come to finalize your design. And once, see, it may happen that while doing it, n number of experiments we have to do. But yes, these experiments we need to do so that we can come to certain tool design, its particular profile. And once it is done, then next is we need to do the parametric optimization of newly designed tool. Now here, few things are there which are very important. Like when we are going for parametric optimization, we must learn the various tools which are available, because here to avoid n number of experiments, we need to go for design of experiments. And for DOE, let me tell you, very good tools are available in the market, like Design Expert, then Minitab, and many more, SPSS. These tools are available. So we should use these tools smartly to optimize our parameters. And once we are able to optimize the parameters, then the further part, getting the proper mathematical model of it will be simple. Then comparing both the tools which was available before and now. Once we came to final result that whatever the tool is designed is getting better results, then for that particular tool, we are going for parametric optimization of the newly designed tool. This means again, we need to find out now on what parameters it is giving us the results, and then implementation of this newly designed tool. This is the way methodology is there. As I told you that various tools which we can think, these are the various tools which can be used depending upon your topic and your research. Important tools probably in further sessions, speaker may tell you regarding references. There are softwares like Mendeley and Zotero, which are very much helpful for giving the references. It saves a lot of time. And various tools which you can see over here, these are all related with, basically at the bottom, these are related with mechanical engineering like SolidWorks, Deform 3D, but other tools definitely can be used by all streams. Prepare a time-bound plan, how you are going to proceed and stick to it. This is very, very important one, that you should stick to your time-bound plan. And if you are able to stick to it, definitely you can complete the task within stipulated time. And please remember that it is rightly said that PhD is your own baby or research is your own baby. So you have to take care of it. Supervisor is there to help you, to show you the path, but the work is to be done by the student only. So if you proceed like this, definitely you can reach, and definitely at the end, you can just mention various references which you have used in a particular format. So thank you very much. This is the way journey of defining the topic and deciding the methodology goes. And I think if you follow it, definitely you can reach to it within around 6 to 8 months, not more than that. And definitely at the end, you will be ready with your literature review paper. One thing I would like to show you regarding one more thing I just want to show. Now, probably some of you may be knowing it, but those who do not know, they should please see it. This site is very important one. This is SCI Mago. Please remember, this SCI Mago will give you the list of journals, approved journals, Scopus Index or SCI journal or Web of Science journal. You can see if you go to the home of it, you will get it simply SCI Mago journal and country rank. Then when you will go for journal ranks, you will get this table. And when you choose the topic of your interest, likewise all subjects, or let us say you want from engineering, so just choose engineering. In which field you want, let us say I want to see in aerospace engineering. So click on it. From which reason, or you want for all, depends, right? And once you do it, you will surprise that you are going to get a big list of journals. right? These are all journals. What I want to show you, if you are the beginner, right, and you want to publish your paper in a reputed journal, SCI or Scopus or Web of Science, here H index is given for these papers. So if you go for higher H index, please remember, unless and until your research is innovative, they are not going to accept your paper. So at the start, you can go for H index, low H index. So if you go for low H index, definitely this will help you a lot, and you can very easily choose the journal where you want to work. Now see, I have tried to change it. Now you can observe carefully over here. H index is changed now. Right from 0, 1, 2, likewise, these are the H index given. So when you will try to just click on any of the journal, now these are most of the journals or conferences which are Scopus index, you will see that whether the recent coverage is there or not, what is its homepage. If coverage is disconnected, that information also you are going to get from here. This is one thing. And second thing, definitely UGC care list you can see, and select the journal from UGC care list only, because it is very important that when you are spending so much of your time on the research, writing down the research paper, it must be published in a well reputed journal so that it will reach to maximum researchers. Otherwise, you will be stuck up. You are not going to get the citation. And that's why this is the way, if you go, it will help you a lot. This is all from my side. Now, if you have any question, you can ask. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, sir, for your overall guidance. Actually, it is always great experience to hear you, sir. So you have addressed the complete session in minimum time with lot of information. It was great to listen your case study, sir. We have learned a lot of things from this. So I would request the participants, you have chance to connect with sir today. So if you have any questions in your mind, you can ask. Sir is there. We will wait for some time, sir.
Yeah, no problem.
So,
Yeah, there is
Maheshwari,
a,
sir,
yeah,
there is a question.
yeah.
Is
Can anyone extend his or her master's project topic as a research topic? I will say yes, definitely. If that topic has that much, you can say that you can extend it, and definitely you should go for it, because already you have the knowledge of that topic, and then to extend further to the same topic, it will help you a lot. So definitely you can go for your master's project topic as a research topic. Definitely.
thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. So I think no one has, no more questions are there. So I would request Professor Mahendra Kumar Wagh, sir.
Sir,
please
one more
come.
question is there.
Okay.
Probably. How gate score play big role in PhD? See, when we are saying gate score play big role in PhD, when you are doing your clearing your gate examination, definitely you have that, you can say you have that particular thing in you that you can reach up to the solution of problem, right? Definitely it will be useful if you are trying for PhD from IITs, NITs. Definitely you have to clear their examination. But yes, it is obviously, see, what is GATE? It is increasing your knowledge level. If you are up to a certain level, then only you can clear the GATE. Your concepts will be get clear. And so it will definitely help you while doing the PhD because you have a thorough knowledge of that particular topic. Meaning is not that others don't have, but yes, that age is there with you.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Yes. So I would request Professor Mahendra Kumar Wagh, sir, for vote of thanks.
Thank you, sir. Atma Malik, good evening, sir. I, Professor Wagh, on the behalf of Vishwatma Om Gurudev College of Engineering, I would like to extend my sincere vote of thanks to you, sir. Sir, we are very much grateful that you shared a case study on research methodology with our wonderful participant. This session going to help us developing a better insight about the research methodology. Thank you, sir, and wish for your better health. And a big thank to all participation. We appreciate your participation and active involvement during today's session. And of course, we will again connect tomorrow for our next session at the same time. It is 4 p.m. Thank you, all of you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Maheshwari, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much.
So there is some question.
Maheshwari, sir.
Yeah, question is there. Yes.
Yes.
Any question is there? Okay.
Oh, no, sir. I think there is no more question.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, thank you very much, sir, Maheshwari, sir, for your valuable time with us. So, with the permission of convener, Professor Mahendra Kumar Wagh, sir, I am declaring this today's second day session has been completed.
Yeah.
Thank you, Maheshwari, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. Thanks for giving the opportunity. Yes, thank you, Zavre, sir. And Atma Malik, please, all of you, take care of yourself.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's
That's
very important nowadays.
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Be safe where you are. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much.
Atma Malik.
Atma Malik.
Is there anything to discuss?
No, sir.
Okay. I am sending you tomorrow's profiles. Okay. You can.
Sir, wait, sir. I will stop the YouTube.
Stop this live streaming, sir.
Yes.
Yes.